Right now at 5 on WHAS 11 News, people in the Clifton neighborhood forced to meet a deadline and vacate their home after the plant explosion.
Plus, one of Louisville's most infamous bridges is having a change ahead of some repairs.
And later, some major events coming to the Norton Sports and Learning Center. We're taking a look at the impact to West Louisville. WHAS 11 News at 5 starts now.
Right now, tonight at 5, it's the Rush Hour Home, and you are looking live from our downtown camera at the Clark Memorial Bridge, the old 2nd Street Bridge in downtown Louisville. Tonight, the Kentucky Transportation Department has new signs up as they've announced new weight restrictions for vehicles that can drive over the old bridge. Many people use this bridge to avoid the tolls on the other downtown bridges. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. Engineers with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet have picked the Clark Memorial Bridge for repairs, leading to that sidewalk closure.
And our Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Emma Gefter are joining us live right now on the Louisville side of the 2nd Street Bridge. And Ian, tell us more about this issue that the engineers have just noticed about the bridge.
Doug, they noticed the steel beams on the bridge and the connectors are starting to show their age. They're saying it's not because of that big crash with that semi-truck going over the edge earlier this year, just that this 95-year-old bridge is getting really old. And if we take a look over here, you can see this orange barrier. That's where the sidewalk is closed off. And just above that, the new signs we watched go up saying the weight limit's just a little bit lower now. New signs on the George Rogers Clark Memorial Bridge show reduced weight limits for trucks driving over the Ohio River.
This is a precautionary measure, and it is safe for all travelers.
Inspectors with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet found deteriorating steel beams on the 95-year-old bridge, showing the 2nd Street Bridge's age. The fixes needed are still in the planning phase.
The timeline for the repairs is not yet available. We still need to develop repair plans. So as soon as we have more information regarding those plans, we will plan to share that with the public.
Meanwhile, cars, pickup trucks, vans, and SUVs are unaffected by the weight changes, which are measured in tons. Type 2 vehicles like garbage trucks now have a 25-ton limit, down from 27. Type 3 vehicles, which are slightly larger, are down to 29 tons from 34. And Type 4 vehicles like semi-trucks are down to 36 tons from 40 tons. There are also additional weight restrictions for vehicles with even more wheels. On average, all changes account for a 15% reduction in weight. However, the size of trucks driving down the old bridge remains unchanged.
Right now, there are no plans to change any of that. Of course, should something come up, we will evaluate.
The northbound sidewalk headed toward Indiana closed on Tuesday for repairs to the steel supporting the concrete. But on this side, where that truck dangled over the Ohio, well, the engineers said this is just fine. While KYTC engineers plan out their repairs, the northbound side remains closed. They stand by the bridge's integrity, even as it stretches towards its 100th birthday.
Well, Ian, just my observation, those signs are awfully small. I don't know who's going to look at those signs and see them off to the right, but it does beg the question about enforcement. That's the key to all these things. Is it going to be enforced? How will it be enforced?
KYTC says that's going to be up to local law enforcement. They don't have any type of computer system that's tracking the weight of vehicles and seeing where they're going. I asked LMPD what their plans were, but that was just within the past hour, and they haven't gotten back to me yet, Doug.
All right, Ian, thank you very much. Reporting live downtown. Weight restrictions changing on the 2nd Street Bridge.
Well, crews flying a drone over the site of the deadly factory explosion that rocked the Clifton neighborhood 3 weeks ago today. And many people who live just 50 feet away from the Givaudan plant are still without a home.
Some have until tomorrow to move all their belongings out of their damaged properties, with more inspections coming this week. Isaiah Kim Martinez and Chief Photojournalist Philip Merle are back in that neighborhood tonight.
Well, 3 weeks later, and crews have picked up much of the big pieces of debris. Security teams are working round the clock to secure this area. But as for the folks who live right next to the plant here, they're still trying to figure out where they're going to live long term. Crews in hard hats flying a drone over the wreckage of that deadly Givaudan factory explosion. ESI, a consulting firm specializing in fire and explosion investigations, seen working on site not far from the townhomes now nearly vacant. One renter just across the railroad tracks crying while talking to me from her car, parked just outside her home of 4 years. A note on the front door from the property management company letting tenants know about inspections over the next 2 days. They were given a deadline to be moved out by Wednesday, along with $500 for meeting it.
If you're a renter, it's really difficult because there's not enough housing in Louisville to begin with.
Brian Stalker, who talked to us in person after the blast, manages these units along Payne Street, hit by a sheet of metal from the tank that exploded.
As you know, rents are high right now, so they're not only losing money and having to move twice, but they're also having to pay more rent, put up another security deposit, go through another application process. Just something that maybe could financially help them, through that would be great.
I talked to Metro Councilman Andrew Owen, asking if he believes the company has an adequate plan to get folks into long-term housing. His answer coming up here at 6. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS11 on your side.
Givaudan has set up 3 more days of office hours, by the way, to answer any questions in person. And that's going to be tomorrow, December 4th, then on December 11th, and again on December 18th. Those are all Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m., always being held at the United Crescent Hill Ministries building on State Street. Neighbors are asked to bring ID or any other proof of address. Meantime, Givaudan is facing lawsuits from those impacted by the plant explosion 3 weeks ago now. Delivery driver Charles Fowler accusing the company of negligence, saying the incident triggered PTSD symptoms that he first developed while he was serving in Iraq. Alex Roberts and Anna Bridge are also suing Givaudan, claiming it failed to properly inspect and keep up with safety protocols, which led to the explosion. Roberts and Bridge were both home when the factory blew up on Payne Street, saying that their home suffered significant damage, and they're seeking compensation for emotional and physical damages.
Well, it is a cold day and beginning to be a cold night out there. Even Doug Profit is cold, if you can believe that.
Yes, it's every bit of heavy lifting is coming out of the closets on this one, Ben. But I looked up. I think I did see a couple of snow flurries today. Are you bringing any more snow this week?
There's a small chance late tomorrow night as a cold front moves through, but we're testing Old Man Winter Doug Profit here with a little bit of early winter-like conditions as winter officially still begins 18 days away, and this is more like the middle of winter kind of stuff here. 28 and 30 degrees, so we're below freezing at the airports. That wind chill at 22. We've been about 20 degrees below normal for our temperatures out there today, and with the clouds that did not want to leave, that really limited our warm-up. All below freezing all day long, and mostly in the 20s out here as we look live with our Oxmoor Auto Group cam put over U of L Health Camera Network towards the southern sky from U of L. 23 in Paoli, 25 in Elizabethtown. You factor in just a very light breeze at around 5 miles per hour. That puts it to 18, or feels like wind chill in Elizabethtown, 17 in Seymour. We're going to see those wind chills down to the single digits by Thursday morning. We've got another big cold blast on the way tomorrow night. Out there now, mostly cloudy sky, and we'll have some clearing for tonight. Our low temperatures will be in the 20s, and that's where we are for this evening in most spots, so temps won't drop off much more than where they are now. A little warmer tomorrow in the 40s, and gusty winds 30 to 40 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. That brief little warm up out ahead of another polar blast tomorrow night. So 26 that low tonight, 42 at noon tomorrow around midday, and our high up to 48 degrees. Tracking some more extreme cold on the way coming up in our weather impact team forecast.
Ben, thank you. More news here tonight at 5. Right now, the Jackson County Sheriff's Department in southern Indiana is investigating a deadly crash that happened last week involving 3 teenagers. It happened just before 6 o'clock Friday night on East State Road 258 outside Seymour, Indiana. Authorities say a 19-year-old woman driving eastbound with an 18-year-old passenger lost control before crossing the center line and hitting 18-year-old Michael Carpenter. Carpenter died in the crash. The 2 teenagers in the other car were taken to the hospital but have since been released. The Sheriff's Department says their investigation is ongoing as to what happened.
A major expansion of Baptist Health Floyd over in New Albany is finally complete.
There you go.
The hospital, as you can see, cut the ribbon on the 8 new operating rooms, bringing its total to 10 now. The healthcare system says this is part of an ongoing $65 million construction project, which started in 2022.
Downtown Louisville, there's a network of brand new digital kiosks all appearing all over downtown Louisville. Here they are, helping inform people as they walk around on our city's downtown sidewalks. This morning, the Louisville Downtown Partnership unveiled the kiosks. Members with the LDP say pedestrians can expect to see important information such as Amber Alerts, public service announcements, and upcoming events across the downtown business district. The partnership says it plans to build another 10 of these, putting the total up to 25 in downtown Louisville.